let's get to our tier list. We did this last year, and I'm going to pull up our last year tier. Okay.
Oh,
ignore the anime. I was not jerking off to Cloud and Yuffie from Final Fantasy VII.
Do we feel a little bit silly looking at this now? Kind of, sort of.
Yeah. So this is where last year we had.
I know.
Safety and defensive line on S tier. S tier being the premier tier.
Yeah.
A tier we had cornerback, wide receiver, running back, QB. What the f were we thinking with running backs, guys?
Crack if you
Correct
got
me if you got him. I think we're gonna come back to ground a little. B tier, we had special teams and O line, which I mean everything's wrong.
Yeah.
And C, we had tight end.
I think tight end. I think
maybe these two.
I think
were
those
good.
two are fine. And our D line, maybe. No, we had no S tiers last year.
I don't think we had an S tier last
I
year.
think
But
nothing should have been above A. Wide receiver could have been an A.
the projection was fair for D line.
Yeah.
With Micah Parsons, it should be.
It's always up there.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I feel embarrassed.
Okay.
Do you feel like a fucking Homer cock by seeing that?
A little bit, yeah.
So let's throw out to chat as well. Before we start, if there's anything any one of us in this room or chat feels strongly about that this position group should be in this tier ranking, say it now and we'll start with that.
Say it or forever hold your peace.
And I'm going to go with, I believe our quarterback is an A tier.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not going to go against that. Dak Prescott, in my mind, what did we have last year?
Last year we had...
An A.
It had to be an A. Yeah. If Dak Prescott's your quarterback, it's an A for me.
It's A, and then also adding on Milton as a backup.
Totally.
Obviously, question mark, but...
You can't go S with it.
Can't go S because...
And you can't go lower. You can't go lower than A with Dak. Dak Prescott's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. I think only 3 quarterbacks deserve maybe S tier.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to say those names. I'm just thinking statistically and like for the sake of it.
Yeah.
And there's probably, I'd say 8 guys that are A's. So Dak Prescott gets an A tier.
Okay. And anyone else stand out to you that you want to call out right now?
I'm going to go special teams, S tier, baby.
Yeah. I think...
You don't even have special teams out there.
Hang on, I'm going to get it.
Yeah, right there.
No, that's safety.
Hey, ST.
I'm going to go make it easy for us. Special teams has got to be an S tier.
I agree.
You got Brandon Aubrey, don't need to explain. You got Kavonte Turpin, don't need to explain. You got Brian Anger, don't got to explain.
All of those guys are top 5 dudes.
Any team would take any 3 of those guys on as one of their top special teamers.
We got our S tier done. That's great. What about wide receiver? This is kind of an A-B tier mix.
It's got to be A.
It's got to be A.
George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb.
I agree that it's an A. It could by mid-season be an S tier.
But what does it need to be? I mean, if CD does what he did in 2023, it's A tier or S tier. Sorry. I think you need one of the guys out of CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens to have a really good year, and then the other one to have like a amazing.
Yeah,
Which is possible.
What about this? If we end up with 3 players over 1,000 yards,
that's S tier.
And 8 touchdowns plus each.
I mean,
That's
I think even just the trifecta 1,000 yarders.
1,000, yeah.
Is an S tier.
Even just both of them hitting over 1,000 yards with formidable touchdowns can put them in an S tier ranking.
But say
plus all the other guys, yeah.
But say CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens has 1,000 yards, and then CeeDee Lamb has 1,100 yards. I don't know if that's S tier. I think that's A.
It's A.
I need like a 1,600 yarder and a 1,000 yarder, and then it's S.
Yeah.
In my mind.
I agree. To get an S tier, one of them needs to kind of push that envelope a little bit.
Baby.
Like S tier to me is what T. Higgins and Jamar Chase did last year. That's like an S tier wide receiver room.
And for the people who don't know, refresh their
Jamar
memory.
Chase, I think, had 1,700 yards or close to it with over 10 touchdowns, and then T. Higgins was over 1,000 with a lot of touchdowns.
You get a guy doing that, a 1,700 yard plus season with 10 touchdowns or whatever, and then basically whatever the number 2 does, you're pretty much in an S tier.
Yep.
You should be anyways, right?
Jamar Chase, 1,700, 1,708, 17 touchdowns. Right? That's almost enough.
There's an S tier right there.
Almost an S tier. And then T. Higgins was... Okay, you didn't quite have 1,000 yards. He had 911 yards, 10 touchdowns. That's S tier.
Yeah, but the 10 touchdowns plus the 17 touchdowns, that's 27 touchdowns between the 2 of them.
And with...
And one dude ate up 17...
And with 2,600 yards. Like, that's S tier.
Yeah, one dude ate up 1,700 yards, right? Like,
nuts.
So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Like, George Pickens, if one of them can have even 1,400 yards and the other one have 1,000, and then have a combined touchdown total of 20-something, I think that's S tier. But right now, I think A is safe.
Okay, I'm going to go running back, C.
Okay.
I think that's respectable.
You know what? I
Has
think
the best chance to rise.
best chance to rise. It's not a D, and it's not a B. I would say that.
C's a good spot.
So
I think that's a good pick.
And we don't do point. We don't. This
Nope.
is not.
Nope. Yep.
yeah,
Nope.
Not
Yep,
A
nope,
plus,
yep.
B plus,
yeah.
C plus. It's just a C. Straight C.
Can I follow that up
Of course you can, you little slut.
with an O line being a C?
Really?
Well, this is the reason. A lot of, I think there's a lot of promise, but we still got the question marks. We got the injury with Guyton. Which Steel are we gonna get? Cooper Beebe, I feel good about. Booker's a question mark. Smith, I feel good about. And then it's the backups, who I think are, well, after looking at the depth chart here with the backups, I did feel a lot more reasonable. I just don't think they're B yet, but that could change all in week one.
And after watching the Rams scrimmage, I mean, the C for running back and offensive line makes sense. I would have maybe had the offensive line as a B just because a guy like Tyler Smith and then Cooper Beebe, both those dudes had great seasons.
Very true.
They're going to get better. Tyler Booker is going to be that dude, but I think C's fair. I think it could have been C or B.
I was
Would
going
be
to say,
C plus if we could allow it.
yeah.
But let's hear what Adam has to
picked
say.
Well, no, I answered the exact same thing I was going to say with Tyler Smith and Cooper Beebe. Both are going to have solid seasons this year because they had solid seasons last year. Tyler Smith, we know what we're going to get from him. Cooper Beebe showed that he can actually play at a very high level as a center, and that was his first year playing as a full-time center. So if anything, he's going to have production going up. I can't see Tyler Booker being a bust. So like with those three dudes, I'm like thinking B, but the depth is an issue. What we saw happen against the Ram and our running backs is an issue. So,
Well, if Anth agrees with B and you feel agree, let's push it.
But I don't disagree with C. And
exactly.
because you put it at C, I'll lean towards C. I think B or C would have been acceptable for offensive line.
Okay.
And you know what? After looking at what we did last year, I'm kind of erring to going. I'd rather be wrong and have them be better than be wrong and have them be worse.
Yeah, we dropped down from B to C, and I feel that's reasonable.
That's
because we can only go up.
That's reasonable. All right, linebackers. I'm going to take a stab at linebackers, and I got to go. It's a lot of unknowns. We got a lot of unknowns. What did we have them last year?
C.
I think I got to stick with C for the linebackers this year.
Okay.
It's the position I'm most excited to watch, but there's just not enough reasoning to give me more than a C.
We'll definitely revisit this before week one after the preseason games, and maybe maybe we won't do a full update, but we can just revisit and see did our minds change at all?
At all, if we feel more confident with depth, because this isn't just starters. This is to do with our depth, right?
The position tier, it's the entire position group.
And I can't give them a B just because there's too many unknowns. You don't know how Sanborn and Murray are going to play. You don't know if Leofau is going to continue his thing. So I think C's fair with a lot of room for improvement.
Okay. I'm going to pull one out of the hat, which is a big question mark, cornerback. Now, I want to throw them in C because of the injuries, but I'm going to move past and we're going to look at the season as a whole. I believe this is a B group of cornerbacks, and it could very well be a fucking A group.
All they have to do is have Elam hold the fort down until we get some of these bodies back.
Elam holds the fort down.
Deron Bland continues to do his thing.
Bland does his thing. Then Diggs comes back, and he is the guy who we all hope that he damn well is. And then Revel comes in and starts showing some promise that can easily be an A tier. And just add on one exceptional season. What if by end of the season we have, I don't know, fucking 20 interceptions by this group? Is
Definitely.
that an S tier?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
20 interceptions for your cornerback crew. That'd be up an S. Speaking of S, let's do safeties. I'm going to roll B.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll B. They're the
Consistency.
They're the one group that stayed the same for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And they've been good every year. We had them as S tier last year, which is
Wild.
That's a fall. So they're the same team, but that's a fall from grace
Yeah,
on S to S to B.
But we had regression. Donovan Wilson regressed.
Yeah.
We were expecting him to continue on that arc. He got
didn't.
better every year, and he didn't. So, yeah, that knocked him down a little bit. And B's still a safe spot for them.
From Super Saiyan down to B gods.
Boy.
Bitch boy.
Tight end or DL ad?
No, save DL for the end.
Let's go
Okay.
tight end.
Okay, where do you think?
I think tight end's a B.
Yeah.
I think Jake Ferguson, he didn't have a great season last year. If we can get him back to 2023 Fergie, we have some solid looks from Schoonmaker and Brevin Spanford. So I think a B. I think coming out of I know we had them rated as a B last year, but I think they're
we had them as a
C last year. I think a B this year though.
We only had the tight ends as a C last year. Wow, I think that was our best rank that we gave anybody.
I mean, they were a D last year.
I think last year though it was Scooney was a question mark, and I feel better with Brevin Spanford, and I feel better with Ferguson.
Less. We have less expectations for Ferguson. Plus the George Pickens trade and acquiring him is going to help him. He's going to get those matchups. Dak's going to find Jake Ferguson when Jake Ferguson's
Dak
alone.
Prescott is going to help him.
Yes.
But we
sure.
Ferguson thought that last year too.
Ferguson didn't even have a touchdown last year.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
Holy fuck.
Pay him. Give him a new contract.
Well, they did.
Pay the man.
Well, that's how I work. I'm a little bit of a sneaky snake.
I'm a
snake.
I'm a snake.
Okay.
Dogs.
Okay. Ant wanted to wait for it.
Defensive line with Micah Parsons in S tier. It is. In my mind, with Micah Parsons, it's an S tier.
I'm not arguing with that at all.
And the depth, it's our best depth piece. There's guys on the team like Fowler who have done the damn thing on multiple teams. You have Sam Williams, you have Nealand, you have Ezeraku, who we've beefed up, and Micah's the cherry on top. If he's there, it's an S tier.
Yeah, if Micah's on your team, you're automatically B. And then you add on Fowler, who's coming off one of his best seasons and also performed really well with the Cowboys before he left. And promise in Sammy Dubb and Marshawn Nealand. Yes, they're question marks, but when Sammy Dubb was playing, even though that was 2 seasons ago, his rates were incredible. Very high rates.
He was getting into the passer just as much as Micah Parsons in a lower, or he was on par with his attempts.
And then, D-Easy, another question mark, but from what we've seen so far, promise looks good, and I'm excited to see him speed around
R2J2 says ranked too high. That's at best an A tier, more like a B tier. But that's also coming from a Philly fan.
Man, give me an A tier or give me an S tier defensive line in the NFL, and I'll tell you, Micah Parsons is just as good, if not better, than the best player on that line.
Well, yeah, who would be another STDL? Pittsburgh because of TJ Watt.
Because of TJ Watt.
And
I would say San Francisco, Nick Bosa.
What about
Browns?
Cleveland?
The Browns.
Because of Garrett.
The New York Giants now with
Dexter Lawrence.
And why can't we think of his name? The kid that they just took out of Penn State. Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
Right? So there is some teams, but Abdullah Carter. But any of those teams that have this S tier, I'll go tit for tat. Micah Parsons pairs up with any of their best guys.
Yep.
And I think you can argue with Dante Fowler's numbers over the last 2 years over the second best guy on those lines.
And if you want to argue, sure, I think Carter has the prestige of being like his potential's high, but also we got D-Easy here, and if he can just learn half of what Micah Parsons learns in this season, he's going to be a wrecking ball.
Wrecking crew.
I can see people saying A or S tier being too high. I can agree, but my whole argument is if Micah Parsons is on the defensive line, that line is an S tier.
If Micah Parsons isn't, we're probably down to a B.
Yeah. No,
I think Micah Parsons is a 2-tier pusher.
Totally.
Eagles, not San Francisco or Giants, says R2J2.
And the Eagles, because they got the defensive tackles. And this is the issue. When we're saying DL, okay. So
okay.
We're not thinking defensive tackles.
Okay, hang on.
Fuck, we might have to drop it to A.
I think we go to A.
We got to go to A.
Because
I'm thinking defensive ends.
I know, and
we got to be realistic. I agree with them.
Don't ever fucking change our minds again, RJ.
I think
R2J2, you
but it's true.
It's true. Os is great, but Mozzie is a huge question mark. I don't think you can have an offensive, or I don't think you can have a tier system as an ST, as an S, if you have a player on the starting spot that's a question mark. And Mozzie's a big question mark.
I feel that's good. I feel this is much more, like we look at last year. Get out of the way. Last year we had 4 A's, 2 S's. This year, 1 S,
and it's special
3
teams.
A's. And it's special teams,
no D's, which maybe it's hard to give a D.
D means worse than the average, and I don't see any of our
With the starters. As long as no one gets injuries, sure, if injuries happen. The reason the Cowboys went 7-10 last year is because their team was decapitated.
Yeah. Well, hey, give another injury to the OL, give an injury to one of our linebackers.
Oh, they're Ds.
Give an injury to one of the running backs. I think they move down to the D tier. They're cusping. They're all cusping. But at the same time, they could all move up to B tier if things start gelling.
Definitely for gelling.
I do think that our corners do have it's the most polarizing ranking right now because with the healthy boys, it could be very well sitting nice in an A tier.
Yep.
But it also is fringe C in my opinion right now.
Cornerbacks is yes, I agree. There, you could have this. You could have stuff, and maybe we do. I don't know if we do it before week 1. I think week 4 is a good.
I think we
think
do
week 4 we come back and
Yeah,
revisit
okay.
this and
That's
see
good.
shift.
I just meant before week 1 we can look at this.
We could also do it quarterly. I think quarterly
would be good every 4 weeks.
Yeah, we adjust. We have our starting spot, and then you have a week 4, week 8, week 12, and week 16 or 17.
Okay, so there we go. Those are our position tiers. Special teams S. In the A tier, we have quarterback, wide receiver, and defensive line. In the B tier, we got cornerbacks, safeties, and tight ends. And in the C tier, running backs, offensive line, and linebackers. Not where you, if anything, I want the OL to be A tier. And maybe they can get there this year because of a lot of those young dudes. If they take that sophomore leap, or what were we calling it?
Sophomore
slump.
Sophomore slide.
Sophomore slide. No, but the
slide's bad
upward.
too. I know. I'm trying to think.
The bumping.
I'm trying to think of something with an S that means supercharge. Sophomore supercharge.
Go back to last year and take a look.
Hey, why don't you just give me a little bit of that bump, bro?
Give me that
little college bump.
Give me that bump there. Ooh.
Nose beer? Give me one of the nose beers.
Give me some of that booger. Get booger sugar.
That Satan's dandruff. Devil's dandruff.
Saturday.
You were about to hit out. We have a whole other thing that we need to do.
I think we hold out on that.
Yeah, why don't we just do it? Why don't we do it Saturday before the game?
Okay.
Yeah.
Pre-game.
But I will say this. I'm going to screw up the name. It's a super chat from Joining Blue, JNY Blue. I listen to Law Nation, CFO, CFT, Boss Sports, Landlord, Henny the More, Lose Takes, Locked On, DC Podcast, etc. These guys are solid. My second listen to you guys. You guys are top tier. I love this content.
Oh, hell yeah. Appreciate it.
What a massive shout out.
And you gave us 20 beans, man. Hey, thank you for that. That warms my little tushy. And it's not really little, but we appreciate it. That's a deadly comment. And we will be, hey, it's your second listen only, but we will be here all goddamn season. We'll be live streaming every single Dallas Cowboys game preseason through to the postseason. If they're not there, we will live stream every single postseason game. I'm thinking maybe even, guys, we got Texas Longhorns versus the Ohio State Buckeyes week 1, August 30th. I'm almost thinking we should live stream that shit.
100%. I'm all for.
We're becoming college boys.
Why the hell not? Stream as much as we can. But
I've been session CFP 25, and I know you guys have been doing kind of random teams as well. So we're testing. We're getting our fingers wet in that CFP.
We're already doing
baby.
it. We're already doing it. But like I said, we'll be live streaming everything. We do the Wednesday night main events. We will be doing the Monday hangovers come season. But season's back. Cowboys football this Saturday. And if you know somebody that is not a Dallas Cowboys fan, you can look them in their stupid fucking faces and you can tell them to go fuck themselves! Love you, chat. We'll see you Saturday. We will be live an hour before game. That is 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Do the conversion for the other two. I think 5 p.m. Central and 6 p.m. Eastern.
There he goes. Peace. Adam doesn't wear underwear.
Don't blame him. It's hot.